Of JAS 36, and the first speaker is Anatoly Beltiukov from Ulster University, and he speaks today of subrecursive dialectica interpretation for subrecursive realizations.
Thank you. My name is Anatoly Beltiukov. I'm from the State University of India. Region in Russia, and first of all, I would like to thank the organizer for inviting me to take part in this conference, and I want to say you that first of all, I would to wish many happy returns of this day to UMTSH, and I would to recall or to inform someone who didn't know that UMTSH was one of my school teachers. Do you remember? Yes. When I was a pupil of I think 10th form of physics and mathematics boarding school attached to the Leningrad University in UMTSH, talk us about theory of algorithms, and in final lesson we were divided to some teams. Any team was a model of some computer, and there was some advertising who works faster. Do you remember this? Yes. it was very remarkable detail. And now to my talk. It consists of some short part and explaining details. Therefore, I finish just in time. In any case, I will finish just in time. And what about this title? I will talk about some combination of subrecursive variants of Gödel interpretation, dialectica that he proposed to arithmetic theories, and the realizational interpretation of Clini of some constructive, as a constructive view of theory. And I talk about this as about realization with support and opposition. And where we can use this approach. I recall what means first of all, Clini interpretation, Clini's realization means that we have a formula. For example, RA implies B. It means that if we have F, then for any A is when A is some realization of A, then F of A realizes B. I think I thought about F of a member of some subrecursive classes, therefore I need no I don't need to say about application that this process finished. And then, what it is one constructive interpretation of this formula. We have some f, and another dialectical general interpretation means that we have not f, not only f, but some opposition to f. For this formula, we have f1, f sub 1, f sub 2, and the position is a and b. And therefore, and then we have such interpretation as if a, I think it, I read it as left part wins this game against this opposition. And if A wins the game A against F1, F the first of A and B, then F the second from A only wins B against. And it is better, in some senses it is better than the first one, because here we have some nested quantifiers, and here we have no any quantifier. But we have some problem when we try to explain what this formula means. Because if we have f1, f2, then we have to realize to support, to confirm this formula. G the first, G the second. And for this one, and opposition for C. And then this F the second, F2, we work with here as usual, usual realization. But in this case, when we try to confirm this C, we have F second from the G1 and G2 and G2. It is not that we have to have for usual application to algorithm synthesis, because here we have some additional information that we haven't in usual case. But we can combine these two approaches, and here it can be used in system of program synthesis, algorithm synthesis with error analysis, because this is an error analysis, because if A has any errors, then it loses to the F this expression, this value, to this value is gain. And then we have it, and so we have to combine these two interpretations. Gödel used this notation. It seems to me that it is not very obvious, therefore I use this notation. And here we read this formula. A realizes A, and here we combine this. How we combine? We use usual realization statement and try to understand it with the aim of the Gödel interpretation dialectic. And we are in brackets, we have this relation. P is some that we call support object. A is real usual realization, and R is some environment in which this realization acts. And if environment is wrong, then P signals about.
Excuse me, could you perhaps explain a little bit more detail how the usual dialectic interpretation, how the dialectic interpretation in your format relates to the, let's say, the usual way Gödel did it? Because I don't quite can see the relationship between the position and non-opposition.
I try to. I try to.
Yes, yes.
Oh, yes. Initially, it seemed to me that it is better to define this first, but then I understood that we have to use at first clean realization. And then, for example, for any A, when if A realizes A large, then F of A realizes, and then we interpret this formula with the dialectic P and Q. For example, if we use not A but F. I think it is more understandable that to define this from initial from
my
scratch.
question was more basic than that, so I return back to your format of pure dialectica without mixing it with clean. And there is a standard way of presenting this dialectica, as Gödel did it via functionals, so higher types, where you translate an arithmetical statement into kind of there is a functional such as for all, blah blah blah. So can you? I don't quite see the connection between your format and Gödel's format. So that was my question.
What is the connection with Gödel?
Or if you like, how do you, so what is a dialectical translation given an arithmetical statement? What statement do you?
I give the statement, I translate by dialectical translation the statement that states that F is realization of this formula. This is the arithmetical statement.
Are you only considering implications?
No, any formula. Any formula. can be realized in cleaning. And what is the question?
The question was why do you call it dialectica? The question
It is not
a different format for it.
It is not dialectic. Then I use U for this formula.
Okay. Now, one more time, and last time. if you don't understand my question, then we will discuss it later, so that the people are not. Okay.
Yes.
So.
I'll show some technical details. Perhaps it will be.
Говорю по-русски. У Гёделя была работа, где он в своем формате диалектику представил. Как вот имеется арифметическое утверждение, у него есть перевод. Этот перевод представляет собой такую формулу вида ЕА. Существует такой, что для любого то-то. Вот вы говорите, что вы начали с описания диалектики в вашем формате. Давайте-ка ее...
Of course. Gödel finally used this. I have got. Yes. Gödel used this in my notation and this interpretation.
Okay.
Of course, I need to explain this because I wish to use this object as some analyzer of errors.
So if it is a game, it is just a one-move game. So P.
No, yes, not one.
Two.
The formula maybe too complex to be performed in one step. And then is the practical meaning of this statement. What do these C object mean? And the whole statement I read is application of object A for object A for solution of the task in the environment R with support P has passed successfully. It means we did not find any errors in the solution, or if we did not find any errors in the environment. We do not restrict ourselves by arithmetical statement, and may start with any interpretation. But in this sense, interpretation of the theory of the language should include some operator I, that when it is applied to the predicate P, then we have 4 C's vector, 4 argument, and it is equivalent to this statement. We start with this. And then, for example, what we have where we try to explain implication. It turns out that H is usual that here C is support of A, and here we have interpretation of this formula. I think it is an error. second line should be as follows: G, C, A, B. Then H of no. Here F is usual realization. GH two objects is support of this F error finding module, error detecting module consists of two parts. First part H, first part G. Check the realization, the confirmation of the premise, and second part is the support of the result of FA. Therefore, F acts in usual way as realization, and other objects support its work. Therefore, the complexity, the computational complexity of FA may be much more less than computational complexity of these objects. And in this case, we have if we use subrecursive classes for our purpose, then we have used this in this place some polynomial computable function. And I proved that we can extract from the proof D, we can extract in many usual cases, many traditional cases, we can extract two objects, two structures. This structure is usual realization, and this structure is support for this realization against any environment X. We can use induction schemes in these theories, of course, with realization and support. And this is reference to. And what is the usual calculus? We have some sequential calculus. And here I write all the variables, or three variables of this sequence. And we have such rules. It means rule. It means rule that it is premise of the rule. It is premise of the sequence. And from it is usual conjunction generation, disjunction generation, and implication generation in usual way. But universal quantifier generation usually used, and this is one case of existence quantifier generation without terms only. We can also, of course, we can use theory with terms, but here is presented the theory without terms, only with variables as terms, and here is quantifier generation in this case. Existing quantifier. And so about using conjunction, we are using conjunction in usual case, and this is disjunction using two cases. If we have to implication case, implication usage in common constructive way. Universal quantifier usage. Here we have to double to use this formula and this in its case and here existing quantifier usage where we already know this x as u. And what are the rules of understanding? It is the understanding that was written before. Here is the understanding conjunction. It is not something unusual. Understanding disjunction. We have only in realization to show the case, and here it is not needed. Understanding implication, of course. Existence quantifier understanding universal quantifier. Therefore, it can be defined from scratch, not combining linears and Gödel definitions. Types of values, we can connect with any formula. Types of realizations, types of supports, and types of environments. Admissible types of environments. First of all, we have in realization, in interpretation, to set the types of predicates, and then we have types for conjunction. It is usual. It is bit less usual because here is the disjunction direct sum, but here is direct products for environment and support. It corresponds to the usual implication, disjunction understanding by Klinis realization, because disjunction understanding means that we have two implications. If case is the first, then we have realized B, and here we have also disjunction. Types of implication are more complex. It is types of support. Support of implication consists of two functions. And it is more usual for quantifiers. I think it is enough to present this work, because here I have described some programming language that we can use to construct the algorithms of supports and realizations in common cases. And these are semantic rules for this programming. And what is this is example of induction scheme for finite domains. If we have transitive predicate R, if R of XX implies Px, then we have some, and we have some this premise, then we have x for b for any x. It is some recurring induction. And realization of this induction can find errors in this non-transitive form, in this, counterexample for this implication can apply. Or in this case, for this formula. And I think it is can be applied to the to constructing algorithms together with some error finding models. And such is the conclusion. And what are the questions?
Have you some questions or remarks?
I have a question, but maybe
A big question. For the coffee break.
no. If nobody else has it, then so I was somewhat lost in details here, and the rules of understanding did not apply to me. But basically, is it just a composition of the usual Clini and the usual dialectica wrapped up in a single format, or is it something else, which is not equivalent to composition of Clini and
I think I started not with simple composition, but sometimes later it occurred that we can produce it from the composition, but then it is better to make some transformation to better understanding what it means.
Have you put the program on the website?
Put
The program, the software on the website. The complete program. We have seen a part of the program.
Yes, yes. I have this in. You can. See here. Have a node. Then public. Udmurt university. I think.
Okay. Thanks. Thanks a lot.